Hey guys, welcome back. Alright, so we're going to do something a little bit different on the channel. We are going to play a game called Choices That Matter. It is a text-based game, as you can see on the screen right here. I'm currently in the Google Play Store. I just wanted to kind of show you this. I haven't played this game yet. It is one of those games where you basically choose your own adventure. And the first book that we are going to be reading will be Adventure 1, and it's called And the Sun Went Out. It's approximately 600,000 words and 2,400 choices total. We'll probably do Adventures 2 next after that, and 3. I'm not sure how long this series will be. Also, in order for you to move forward with the stories, you have to watch ads and stuff like that. I will be cutting that stuff completely out of the videos, so I'll do my best to edit it so that you guys don't have to sit there and watch the ads that I'll have to sit here and watch. So anyways, this is the first part of the story, and I think we'll go ahead and get to it. And there is no death in your future, but that does not mean your decisions are without risk. Oh, interesting. Choices. Let's see. Thanks for choosing this story. Here are some free tickets to get you started. Oh, it hasn't started yet? Oh, so I'm so sorry that my cat is so loud in the background. I literally cannot make her shut up. To put it lightly, she is in heat, and we need to get her fixed, which will be happening very soon. She's not very old, but yeah, that's what we're kind of dealing with here. Anyway, moving along. Okay, so day 95, and the orange ball of gas that sustained life on this planet for billions of years was still burning in the sky. The scientists were completely wrong, thankfully. Something vibrated on my wrist. I raised my hand and steadied the watch-like device. Oh, my son just walked out. Hello, teacher. The temperature this afternoon is a crisp 30 degrees Fahrenheit. I do hope you're wearing your warm jacket. Don't forget that you also need to pick up the travel documents from Miss Montag. Oh, okay. She's expecting you at her home. Stepping out of the cold train car, I adjust my coat. Monty, how do you pronounce that? Is it Monty? Probably Monty. Was right. I should have worn the one with a wool lining. Too late to worry about that now. Dolores Montag's. That last name is so getting me right now. Dolores Montag's house wasn't too far away from the train station. As my boots crunched through the snow, I felt Maudie vibrating on my wrist. As ever, Maudie's cheerful face greeted me. You have just received a message from Professor Soul. He is insisting you see his latest breakthrough right away. So we can either go with Dolores or visit Professor Soul. Okay, so the thing with these stories is every choice that you make is going to affect the story and its outcome. So I think we're going to go visit Professor. Dolores could wait, even if Soul's matter wasn't urgent. He had become unhinged since the incident. Ooh, I wonder what the incident is. We'll swing by the professor's place first, Maudie. Send a message to Dolores to let her know that I might be a little late. Okay. Would you like to review the message I composed? Sure, Maudie, or no need, I trust you, Maudie. I think that we should probably review the message just in case. Because we don't really know anything about anybody around us yet. We're just kind of learning the characters. So we're gonna go, oh, yeah, okay. Dolores, I'll be slightly delayed, unfortunately. Is this message adequate, teacher? It's pitch perfect, Maudie. I knew you could do it. Thank you, teacher. I sent the message. Interesting. Before I knew it, I was trudging through the bitter snow on the professor's front lawn. There was a dull, muffled noise coming from inside the house. I pushed the buzzer next to the front door and waited. Yes? A voice came through the intercom. It sounded a little strange. More than the usual, anyway. It's me, Professor. I'm in the basement. There was a relief in his voice. Click. That was the sound of the door unlocking. Taking that as an invitation, I opened the door and let myself in. I noticed a large suitcase sitting by the front door. From its bulging sides, I had the impression it was overpacked. Was Sol going somewhere? He hadn't said anything about a trip. Ooh, are we gonna examine the suitcase or go to the basement? Oh man, this is difficult. Okay, so we don't really know anything about the professor. It hasn't let on any indication of really much about the professor. And the case is bulging, which could really mean anything. From my understanding, and oh my gosh, I can't talk. From my understanding, these stories are a little mysterious, and there's mysteries involved in everything, and like every aspect of it. So I think we're gonna examine the suitcase. Hopefully it's not gonna bite us in the tush later with the professor, but a bulging suitcase is a little strange. So let's examine it. I knelt by the luggage and examined it. There was a tag labeled Flying Falls. Why was the professor going there? More importantly, it looked like it was packed in a great hurry. The professor wasn't exactly a beacon of tidiness, but that was messy even by his standards. The spatial efficiency in the suitcase is very poor. I recommend repacking it, teacher. I chuckled as I stood up and walked towards the stairs. I'll pass your advice along to the Professor Monty. I always want to call it Monty, because it looks like Monty to me. Modi. I don't know the name. I opened the door to the basement and gingerly felt my way down the wooden stairs. It was black as pitch. What? It was as black as pitch down there. I think they meant it was pitch black down there. And I could barely see in front of my face. Suddenly, I was hit in the face by the light switch cord. As I fumbled to grip it, a voice rasped in my ear. No, it must remain dark. Ooh. Jumping from the shock of the hot breath on my ear, I let go of the cord. Okay, so we have a choice. Professor, is that you? Or why can't I turn on the lights? Okay. If this was me, The first thing out of my mouth would probably be Professor, is that you? So we're gonna choose that one. Professor, is that you? A dim glow appeared, highlighting a disheveled, unshaven face. His reddened eyes bored into mine as he beckoned me over with a bony finger. You must see this. Come quickly. I hesitated, remembering what happened last time. I wonder what happened last time. Okay. So are we going to approach the professor or politely decline? Alright, so we know that we hesitated from whatever happened last time, which must have not been a good experience. But I think to progress the story, we should approach the professor. So that's what we're going to do. Slowly, I inched toward the professor. Scattered papers with frenzied scrawling littered the desk and the floor. An ocean of ideas spilling out from the brain and flooding the dark room. Something caught my eye. There's that again. We saw that earlier. You saw it too. Soul's tone reached fever pitch as a grimy finger pinned the paper to the strange symbol. He began to ramble incessantly about theories and equations. Interesting. Scanning the desk, I noticed his battered diary with a lock. I wondered if its contents were more comprehensible than the professor. So we're going to examine the diary or leave the diary alone? We're examining the diary. While Saul was absorbed in his mad rantings, I lifted the book in my hands and turned it over. Noticing that I had his diary, the professor finally stopped talking about his theories. Oh, he doesn't like that. It's locked, he stated, before continuing on and on with his theories. Teacher, my linguistics processing unit might be damaged. I am unable to understand Professor Soul. Oh, that's creepy. Now remember, Modi? Can we just call him Monty? Is like our watch companion, which is what this is. So very interesting that it's damaged all of a sudden. That's a little creepy. I swallowed a laugh, knowing I had to gain control of this conversation somehow. Soul? I interrupted. Okay. What's this got to do with the sun? Or, why did you call me? Okay, wow, these are both really good questions. But I think we're going to go with the first one. What's this got to do with the sun? We want answers. Soul paused for a moment, then looked at me, excited. Yes, the sun. It all comes back to the sun. People have a right to... A glint caught my eye from the top of the stairs, and I instinctively stepped back. Bang! Soul cried out, then slumped to the floor. Well, that's not gonna end well. Professor! I leaped to his side and fluttered my hands over his chest, desperate to stop the bleeding, but not wanting to hurt my friend. Hands shaking, I glanced back. Ooh, I can't talk. I glanced back at the top of the stairs and spotted a shadowy figure running off. Creepy. A gurgling sound made me turn my head back to Soul. He looked like he was trying to tell me something. Alright, so we're going to focus on trying to stop the bleeding or listen to what he's trying to tell me. Well, okay. not to be morbid, but it sounds like he's gonna die anyways. So I think we're gonna listen to what he's trying to tell us, even if it ends up probably not gonna do us very well. Wow, this is hard. Okay. If he's gurgling, he's probably gonna die. So let's listen to see what he wants to tell us. I was never much good at anatomy in high school, but I knew what the chances were that he'd survive. I tilted my head and lowered my ear as close as possible to the professor's mouth, my heart thundering. Nothing. He was still. Soul? Teacher, the professor has passed. Knew that was happening. Really, Makai? Okay, so to take a slight pause for the story, my cat is currently in the tree. Not the one that was meowing really loud earlier. My other cat. Yeah, we haven't taken our Christmas tree down yet, and she's literally almost to the top of the tree. That is wonderful. Alright, so we're going to read a little bit further on with this, and then we're going to wait till the next. Thank you, Squishy. You damaged my tree some more. Okay. Darn it. Silently cursing, I was about to pull my trembling hands away from his chest when I felt something under the professor's lab coat. Studying my hand, I reached in and pulled it out of his pocket. It was a cord sleeve containing a printed bus ticket. Cody!
Shut up!
And now my dog barks.
Shut up,
Cody! Okay. Cody. It was a card sleeve containing a printed bus ticket in blaze with a red and white coyote logo of the long distance bus company. Itinerary scanned and stored. Travel destination Flying Falls. A single thought broke through my mind. A single thought broke through my shock. The murderer was getting away. Not having any time to think, I pushed the ticket into my pocket, went over to Soul's working desk, and pulled open the top drawer, knowing what I'd find inside. The professor's revolver. It was a small gun at 8 inches in length, and it was made of sturdy stainless steel. I glanced over at Soul's lifeless body one last time. "I'm sorry, Professor," I whispered. I snatched up the revolver and leaped up the stairs. The murderer couldn't have gone very far, not with adrenaline pumping through my veins. I could see the door swinging wide open from the attacker's intrusion. Okay, so we're going to slowly and carefully approach it, or are we going to charge through it? Alright, so if this was me in this type of situation, I would slowly and carefully approach it. It's just me, so we're going to choose that one. Raising the gun, I kept my form low and moved slowly towards the front door, ensuring I always had the option to duck behind something solid. See my thoughts exactly. Once I was next to the door, I pressed my back against the wall and carefully pushed the door open wider. I leaned out a little and scanned through the opening. No one was outside. Realizing what? Well, that's not That's not written right. Realizing my held breath, I quickly stepped through the door into the bitter cold of the street, hoping that I hadn't lost the trail. Teacher, there are fresh footprints leading to the left. How does this thing know this? Like, it's a watch on your hand, right? It's kind of weird. Thanks, Modi. I still want to say more. Okay, anyway. I said, and followed the trail, my boots sinking into the snow with each heavy step. Desperately, I scanned the street for anyone suspicious. The street was completely bare. It looked like my luck had ran out. When suddenly, there! Someone was getting onto a bus. That could be them. But before I could go after them, I noticed someone else slipping into a nearby alley. One or the other. It couldn't be both of them. We're gonna have to choose. Okay, so we're gonna either chase the person down the alley or run for the bus stop. Ooh. Alright, so as a person with asthma, I wouldn't be chasing somebody down an alley. Then again, run for the bus stop is probably not a good option either. So I think... Oh man, this is hard. Alleys scare me. We're gonna do the bus stop. The bus was idling as the person in the coat got on board. I ran towards the bus stop, frantically waving to catch the driver's attention. Too late, the bus started to leave, and exhausted, I stopped to catch my breath. Well, that didn't end well. So we can either shout to the driver or jump in front of the bus. Well, we're not going to jump in front of the bus. We're going to shout to the driver. Alright, so that's going to do it for this portion of the story. So if you want to see what happens in the rest of the story, tune in for the next episode, and we will continue on.